What is up, RC enthusiasts? You can see I have a project going on right here. This is the Brushless Komodo motor and Stinger ESC, I believe this is right here with the Bluetooth module. And it's sitting on top of the Hobby Porter receiver right here. And this is probably going to fit right here in the ESC receiver combo to stock location, hopefully. The Furitek system that they sell for the TRX4m fits in here perfectly. We're going to button this up, make sure the gears mesh properly, and then put this back together. And we're going to have ourselves a brushless REDCAT Ascent 18 right here. So let's get to it. Alright, this gear needs to go in here. And this is the gear that's going to mesh with the pinion right there. And it seems to be meshing correctly. Let's get the rest of the gears back in here. Now that we have the motor and gearbox assembled, let's go ahead and get this back in there. But let's go ahead and pull the stock motor out of there. We're going to have to take the zip tie from the back right here. It's pretty much underneath this Velcro. Just cut that off, replace it with another zip tie obviously when you're done putting everything back together. And we're just going to pull that motor out. And you're going to have to unplug the motor, that's the motor Y right there, from the ESC receiver. And unstick the ESC receiver combo right here. Pull that out. Hopefully that created enough space back here for us to pull the motor wire out. Kind of have to force it down there. There you go. And the motor is out. I'm not sure what turn this is, but you know, you might want to try this on your TRX4m, and it might actually be a better motor than the motor it comes with that, because it's very smooth the way this thing runs. It might be the gearing, it might be the motor. Who knows how many turn these are. Looks like the case to my Hobby Porter receiver right here is a little wide. Just go ahead and force it on there still. The Hobby Porter fits in there. It kind of wedges in there a little bit, kind of pushes the towers out slightly, not too bad, but it fits in there and I'm okay with that. And the Bluetooth module is sitting in there all nicely, and I had to move this just slightly inboard a little bit more because it was touching that screw right there, that nut. Now we're gonna have ourselves the Brushless Ascent 18, the Fusion Pro 18, or actually Furitek Pro 18. Let's put the drive shafts back on here with their screws. Just snug these screws, don't have to be tightened too hard, they're just going into plastic, so just snug is fine. They won't back themselves out. You don't want to strip them either. Now all you have to do is literally get this back on here, like so, and then screw the 4 screws down there, but you have to line up the drive shafts right here. And don't forget to phase them so the drive shafts are properly. And the easiest way to get these phased properly is you see the screw that's on here, match it up with the screw that's on there. So you see the screw head here, make sure it's aligned with the screw head there. Right there, all the screws match up so the drive shafts are phased. Now the 4 screws that go in here, and everything will be installed. Plug this in and we're ready to test it out. You have to plug in your steering servo right here to your receiver. Look at that. Let's try to crawl up stuff. The FOC control right there. Super modded now. And it's still quieter than my TRX4m. And of course now we have that nice, you know, ASMR motor turning right there, the outrunner. See, I have an 80% dual rate right now. A lot of wheel speed, 50% rear, 80% front, and I think that's fast enough considering the plastic gears I'm trying not to break. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell it right here, but from my earlier test I had the TRX4m settings on there. It didn't work right, but I have the settings proper for this now, and look how slow I can crawl. That is slow. we're gonna be here forever watching this move. Onto the trail. Alright, let's go a little bit faster. Here's a run with the stock electronics for comparison. Pay attention. You see how smooth this thing crawls now? I mean, it was already good stock, don't get me wrong guys. Just buy one of these, leave it stock, have some fun, man. You really don't need to be spending this kind of money on a brushless system, but I mean, this is just, you know, if you want to. I mean, I do have a YouTube channel and I need to show what I do have. As you can tell, the performance is epic. I mean, way more performance right here to be had. Well, there you guys go. Props to REDCAT right here for making it easy to modify. Now we have just, you know, a system that already exists out here in the wild, and it just bolts up in there properly. You could use everything right here, and of course you're going to be using your own transmitter and receiver now, but you know, use what you want and you're going to be more happy with the performance of this guy. I mean, check that slow speed out. I'm using the Hobby Porter transmitter, and this has a cruise control function, so I have that on right now, set at 23% throttle, and that's what I have going on right now. It's all doing it all on its own. Here's the transmitter right there. Check out that slow speed, guys. These systems are amazing. It's a great time to be in this hobby for sure with all this technology and everything. Check that out. Alright guys, thanks for watching as usual. You know, I got this body right here that goes on there. And as always, you know, stay safe out there, go have some fun, and run that RC.